Good evening, fight fans. It's the Radulich Broadcasting Network alternative commentary for Ugas versus Dallas Jr. live on Fox Sports 1, coming to you live from Biloxi, Mississippi, as Kevin Nash would say. I'm your host, the mandated reporter, and frankly, I'm mortified, Mr. Mark Radulich, and I am joined once again by Boxing and Brews, John War. How do you do, sir?
I'm great, man. Always excited for some good fights on Saturday night, man.
Saturday night is all right for fights. Elton John told me so. So we've got Ugas at 24-4 with 11 KOs. Trying to win his way up the ranks again, get himself into the title picture after a bit of a setback last year, versus Dallas Jr. At 23-3-2 with 11 KOs. So what can you tell me about this fight?
Ugas is, of course, the favorite. He's coming off of a good win over Omar Figueroa, which, Omar Figueroa is a whole other story. But before that, he lost a close decision to Sean Porter, who many people, including myself, thought he won. And so I think this is his team getting him a good spotlight fight before he gets another title shot going forward.
Yeah, this is, again, as near as I can tell from the narrative that I've read, another showcase fight. This is one that as we've talked about before, the A side is supposed to win. But, Dallas Jr., like any B side of any fight, could turn things upside down and on their head. And how would he do that if that is indeed what will happen tonight?
Well, he's a boxer, but he's lost to most of the competition that he stepped up to, and that competition was at lower weights. So if he's going to win, he's going to have to, like we always say, make it ugly. But Ugas is a true boxer. He has a little bit of pop behind his punches. Not a lot, but a little bit. He has enough to take care of Mike Dallas. I don't see this fight going any other way than a Ugas win. I'm hoping he gets another knockout, but Ugas is, he's iffy when it comes to those. All
right. Well, we are already in the ring, and I believe we are ready to go as the fighters get final instructions from the referee. No takedowns, no headlocks, no poke in the eyes, that sort of thing. Earlier in the evening, we were talking about this before the show tonight. So far, good night of fights. It kicked off with a unanimous decision, I believe. Pull it up here. Omar Juarez pretty much beat the pants off of Angel Martinez and won a unanimous 8-round decision. And then Clay Collard, my goodness.
Great fight.
A TKO in round 2 as the referee mercilessly saved Raymond Guajardo from a relentless beating. Yikes.
And the ref did everything he could to allow Guajardo to keep fighting, but you just had to stop it, man. He was getting thoroughly beat up.
Yeah, he saved him from further damage, and we are underway as Yordenis Ugas steps forward with some hooks. It's going to the body. Right hand swing from there. Dallas is sort of just swatting away the punches. Good defense from Dallas so far.
Yeah, Dallas is, like I said, he's a boxer. He's going to have some decent defense, but again, out of all of the top competition he's faced, he's lost. And with Ugas, on the other hand, the top competition that he's lost to have been close losses. And so Ugas has, bigger things on his mind, so he's going to go out here and try to make a statement, I believe.
The goal, it would seem, for Ugas is to end this relatively early. It's a 12-round fight, no titles on the line. But I think if Ugas wants to call out a bigger name, maybe redeem a loss from last year, he's going to have to knock this guy out or have the referee stop it.
For sure. I totally agree with you. And I think he can do it. Ugas is highly skilled. He can go in with some bad intentions sometimes, and lately he's been looking really good. So I'm hoping that he continues that trend here. He can give some of the top names at welterweight some good fights.
Well, as we see in the replay here, there was a bit of a clash, a bit of an exchange, and then Ugas heard what we were saying and was like, right, knock him out early, so I'll punch him in the dick.
And Ugas, I always say that with the body punchers, Ugas does like to work the body, and you do see that a lot of times with the body. But I want to see Ugas work behind the jab and really throw that right. I want to see him hit the fighter down. I want to see him stay with the pressure. Because we get this connotation, we get a lot from Cuban fighters that they can box, but they don't press and they don't try to finish. And Ugas, he's not really that type of fighter. He will try to finish you if he gets you there.
All right, Mike Dalls has recovered from the punch below the belt, way below. Uppercut right low. Between the thighs. And so Ugas comes forward again. Ugas has been mostly controlling this round. Dallas has been keeping his head above water, but haven't seen enough offense from Dallas to really, make this one hard to call. This has been all Ugas so far, but not enough Ugas to shake up Dallas.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, good right. I think Dallas is coming off of quite a bit of a layoff too. So.
The word from Pat Mullen, who he and I finished up another chapter in our history of heavyweight boxing, this time on Rocky Marciano, sent me a message as I told him we were going into coverage tonight. Mike Dallas stinks. That's the word from Pat Mullen.
Yeah, again, all the top competition he's faced, he's lost convincingly against. So, Ugas, if he wants, being of the heavier fighters that Dallas has fought, he should try to finish him as fast as he can.
Well, I think Ugas is trying. I mean, he's not just flicking a jab out there. Oh, nice left from Ugas, connects on the chin. I mean, he's gone after Mike Dallas, but Mike Dallas, it's the first round. He's still game. He's swatting away punches. He's using his defense. He also doesn't seem to know what corner he's supposed to walk to. So, look, good first round for Dallas, even though he lost it. Ugas definitely came ready to fight. We'll see what happens in the rounds going forward.
Yeah, I think Ugas is going to continue to try to put the pressure on Dallas. That pressure, it really does bust pipes. It's hard to think and breathe when someone's coming at you that way, cutting off the ring, throwing punches. And so I think it is only a matter of time before Ugas finishes him. I maybe not a knockout, but maybe a TKO.
Earlier in the day, David Oliver Joyce won his fight over in Belfast, Northern Ireland, against Lee Haskins when Lee Haskins' leg finally said, "I quit." And so Lee Haskins has left the world of boxing, and we wish him well in his future endeavors.
For sure. And also tonight, I found out on this card that James Kirkland's coming back to fight. He's fighting Marcos Villegas, and that's going to be—is that his name, Marcos Villegas? I don't want to get him confused with the guy who's commentating tonight from Fight Hub, but excited to see him back as well. And so, like you said, PBC, the Zone. Sometimes they give us great, sometimes they give us not so great, but we are getting a lot of fights, and so I'm excited about all the fights that we get to watch.
Well, now that we're into 2020, well into 2020, there's almost a fight every weekend, sometimes 2 or 3.
Yes.
All right, so we start off this round 2 with Ugas jabbing to the body. Just kind of, not a lot of mustard behind it, just kind of sticking an arm punch in there, but giving Mike Dallas something to think about. Yeah,
controlling the ring with that, keeping the pressure on before he's looking to strike. Doing work early in the round so he can try to finish him later in the rounds.
I think that's going to be the trick here, is to pour it on early enough so that midway through this fight, Mike Dallas doesn't have a lot left in the tank. Break him mentally early, and if he breaks his mind early, his body will follow shortly thereafter, and he'll get himself a stoppage.
For sure. And Ugas has, I think he had, 2 fights last year, so he's been in the mix. He's fresh, he's ready, and I can't say the same for Dallas.
All right, Mike Dallas throws a left, blocked by Ugas. Ugas can contend to jab this round.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to get a read on Dallas, figure out what's the best place to land a heavy-handed attack. So right now he's not. I don't quite see him throwing fire like I did in the first round. I think here he's trying to figure out what the style is on Dallas, see what he's going to do if he kind of flicks a jab here or there. Well, then now he's got him in the corner, and he's starting to wing those hooks again. This is what I want to see.
And you can see the size difference, too. Ugas is taller, looks bigger, always wears those white gloves. So it always makes the punches look funny to me, but he's going to impose his will on this fight. I just hope he can get him out of here before 12, man. He's got to really make a statement because 147, especially on the PBC side, is thick, and you got to make a statement every time you go out there.
Ugas looked like he went low again. He kept going, so he must not hit him too low, but it definitely looked like it might have been at the belt line. It was what you were saying before, where when you go to the body, depending on how you're throwing your punches, you have a tendency to hit low.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that a lot from body punchers or boxers who commit to the body. They do a lot. I see it with Spence a lot. You see a lot of times they hit at the belt or below, but never really malicious. But you still gotta watch it, man, because it's painful.
And that is the end of round 2. I think we can safely say that's another one for Ugas. For sure.
And through 2, especially after the second round, Dallas is just trying to hang on, man. He's in there trying to, do as best he can. No, I think he knows he's overmatched. I think Ugas knows that he's the better fighter. So it seems like Dallas is just trying to hang on already.
As we see some of the punches from the replay there, right to the jaw, and then nice body punch there from Ugas, attacking those ribs. And as I've said before, if you can attack the ribs, maybe crack one or two. A victory is sure to come shortly thereafter.
Yeah, and Ugas is super skilled. He comes from that Cuban school, so I wouldn't be surprised if he ends him with a body shot. But again, the way that Ugas fights, he has a little bit of pop behind his punches. I wouldn't be surprised by a TKO or whatnot as well.
We've seen, I feel like, a lot of body shot knockouts in the past couple of months. I feel like I've said that a few times now since I've been doing these, and they always. I even watched Jersey Joe Walcott and Rocky Marciano, and it looked like he finished him with a body shot. It looked like the man had been shot.
Yeah, those body shots, man. You try to recover, but it's just they don't allow you to. You know what I mean? With your when you get a headshot, sometimes you're all there, but your body isn't. So it may take a time, but with those body shots, man, you can't breathe, you can't think. It's just I gotta stop the pain.
All right, so Ugas in this round 3, leading with the left, throwing some jabs, a lot of body jabs, but then he comes high with those. Oh, Jesus Christ! Then he comes high with a hook, and we have our second nut shot of the night.
Yeah, I hate to keep seeing. I was hoping that it was just you got to learn to adjust to that. And I don't really like the approach from Ugas. I like to see more of an output from Ugas, if that makes sense. I know that's not necessarily his style, but I like to see more punches when he's walking his fighter down, getting up against the ropes.
Right. So on the replay, that was higher than the crotch, but below the belt.
Mm-hmm.
He got him really in the waist, which is still low, and you're not allowed, and he's taking his time.
Right.
I have to imagine another shot like that, and they're going to have to take a point away from Ugas.
Yeah, I would think. You never know with these A-side guys. And in the replay, it did kind of seem like Dallas, he was bouncing, so it did kind of seem like it was just like the perfect shot. But, Ugas knows this at this point, so you got to be smarter with these punches.
Well,
his fighter Dallas doesn't want to be in here.
I would tell you what Dallas needs to do is stop maybe throwing what seems like uppercuts to the body and try to throw them a little bit straighter. use more of the hook variety, because then he shouldn't. At that point, he shouldn't then be going too low. Maybe attack the upper body, not try to hit him in the breadbasket so much.
Yeah, I think maybe
Nice
Dallas.
hook. Nice right hook there from Ugas. Gave Dallas something to think about. And Dallas, see, you can always tell when Dallas is hurt. The pattern has been when Ugas really hurts Dallas in this fight, immediately goes to clinch.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think what I'm seeing from Dallas is that he's become a little too wary of Ugas's power. He's just a bigger fighter, but I would like to see Ugas, spend a little bit more energy.
Yeah, the one thing about this that I've noticed is that while Ugas is a little bit more planted, he's stepping on his punches a bit. He's definitely trying to throw some fire. I don't love the footwork. I think he could afford to bounce a little bit more, circle a little bit more, maybe try to control the ring a bit more than he has been. It's kind of I'd hate to say it, kind of a lumbering stalk, but that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, I'd like to see him just, try to keep that left foot on the outside of Dallas's movement, just to keep the ring cut off. That pressure does so much to help you win the fight. Ugas what he's doing against the rope, I want to see that more. Keep him against the ropes, let your hands go at that point.
Right. Cut the ring off from Dallas, because, if he's trying to make a statement, Ugas, and he's trying to get a early-ish stoppage, he needs to keep him on the ropes or in the corner. He needs to be using his footwork and cut that ring off. Because right now, Dallas is able to either clinch and stop Ugas's momentum in those fiery exchanges, or he's able to just circle away, which isn't a good look for Ugas.
And I have noticed Ugas in his past fights, he does, like I said, he's very technically sound, but he does kind of wing and widen some of those hooks. And so I'd like to see him just, turn that elbow over a little bit more, get that guy out of here, put a lot more power behind those punches, which he has the ability to do. Dallas is just not big or strong enough to handle Ugas. So I'm hoping that he really does, implement that and get him out of here.
Good attack.
I don't know who else at 147 he's going to face is going to give him this type of competition. So he really needs to show that this guy is no challenge.
Good attack to the body there from Ugas. I like those. Those were higher. Nice hooks to the body. Mike Dallas, for his part, he's thrown some attacks in there, but a lot of them have deflected off the gloves from Ugas. Mike Dallas either hunched or crouched and nearly caught an uppercut that took off his face.
Mm-hmm. And I feel, I can see that Dallas is feeling Ugas's power, but not enough. Does that make sense? I need to see Ugas hurt this guy, man. Yeah. And I only say this because when you want the title shots, when you want the big chances at 147, man, it's a long line, and it's an elite line, and you can't just walk in there without being cannon fodder. So,
left, and then a right hook combination from Ugas. A bit wide with that hook.
Yeah, and I see that a lot from Ugas. He does throw some wide hooks, but if he turns that elbow over a little bit, man, he can really get this guy. I honestly thought I would see more backing up from Dallas at this point. And Dallas, he's moving around the ring, but he's not necessarily backing up. Does that make sense?
No, absolutely. I'll piggyback off of that and say Dallas has really given Ugas the business in this round. He's not backing down at all. We talked about you got to break him mentally, and right now Dallas is like, no, I'm in this fight. I'm not a pushover. And he's standing there in the pocket with Ugas. He's taking his fire and he's giving it back.
He can't let him out the corner like that. When he gets him in the corner, you got to apply the pressure at that point.
Yeah, as you're saying that, literally stopped punching, and Mike Dallas just waltzed out of the corner.
Mm-hmm. And that's unacceptable.
Good straight left from Ugas. But Mike Dallas is not shinny, man. He's taking him. Pair of uppercuts there from Ugas.
Good action in this round.
Oh, very much.
Mike Dallas is very game, but he does look a little bit. He's doing a lot more moving than Ugas, so his tank is going to be empty a little faster. But I don't know if Ugas is waiting for that. I would prefer him just to overpower him.
I'm starting to worry about Ugas' gas tank. Towards the end of that fight, I don't know if you noticed, Ugas looked like he was breathing pretty heavy. It looked like his mouth was open.
Yeah, in the past, I've never seen any issues with Ugas' tank. But again, every fight is his own fight, so who knows? And then again, Mike Dallas is really moving around this ring.
Yeah, he's making Ugas, I don't know if chase is the right word, but he's definitely making Ugas work. And I think Ugas...
Yeah.
And I think Ugas was expecting more. We talked about this before we went live tonight. I think he was expecting more of like an Andre Keeler kind of thing where Keeler played the part of the Meat in the Rocky movies where he was just letting Andre hit him for no good reason. I mean, all the credit in the world to Keeler. Boy, could he take a punch.
Yeah, for sure.
But, you know, he stood there and let the man beat on him for round after round. And Dallas isn't doing that. Dallas is making Ugas work for landed combinations, and he's staying in the pocket with him. Yeah,
for sure. I don't like the way that Ugas is attempting or trying to cut off the ring. I would like to, like you said with the footwork, I would like to see him do a better job of cutting off the ring. Right now, Mike Dallas is able to move a little too freely around the ring.
I'm wondering if Ugas kind of trained to pour it on heavy for the first half of this fight and kind of punched himself out, which is not going to end well for him.
Right. And I wish I saw more jabs coming from Ugas, just because I know what he can offer in this fight, but it's not going to come without working behind that jab.
I would say the last round was pretty close. I don't know if Mike Dallas has won any of these rounds. Certainly not definitively, but I would tell you that last one, round 5, was pretty darn close.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I don't see any of these fights being given to Dallas, but I do think that he so far he's making a good showing, a better showing than most probably would have thought. And I'm sorry, that's just not going to bode well for Ugas going forward.
Oh, as we're talking about this, he lands a few good ones that make Mike Dallas give some second thoughts to his career choices as he cascaded off the ring ropes. But we're back. He's back into it. He's squared up against Ugas again. Ugas covering up when Mike Dallas attacks. You know, he's not necessarily slipping. He's not choosing to circle. He just sort of covers up, waits for Dallas to stop, and then he goes back to it again. Which is sort of an odd choice here.
Yeah, if you're going to do the high guard, then you should, continuously walk him down. And I see him putting on the pressure, but not really walking him down, not necessarily cutting off the ring. He's doing more following.
That's what Canelo did with Kovalev, where he would just cover up his head and zombie walk towards Kovalev, and he caused Kovalev to punch himself out, and then he attacked the body.
Right. Yeah, and the difference I think between this and what Canelo did is that.
Oh. That was a nice knockdown there by Ugas. I mean, that's a highlight reel. And okay, did he get even a count there, or?
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what's happening.
Okay, yeah, like he clubbed him behind the ear, and Dallas fell over onto the ropes, and I thought we were done. He waved it off, and then the round ended. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you can't be saved by the bell.
Yeah, I didn't hear that going for. I didn't hear that, but yeah, normally that's what it is. I don't know. That was really weird.
He looked like he was out there for a second,
Yeah.
and then the refs waving it off. So unless it happened after the bell,
I think maybe he counted it as a slip, but I think the punch made him slip.
I was gonna say the punch and the lack of consciousness.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're still going here.
Well, so hopefully in this next round, he's able to capitalize on that.
We are in round. I can't see from here. Round 6.
Yeah. Now I need on these next 6, 7, 8. Ugas has got to pour it on, try to get him out of here. I don't want him. He shouldn't want to go much later than that in this fight.
Yeah, and for Mike Dallas, it's go for broke or go home at this point.
Yeah, a 12-round fight, no belt on the line. He needs to try to get him out of here.
Yeah, if you get knocked out, you get knocked out, but you've lost this thing on the cards at this point.
Yeah. And for Mike Dallas, at this point, he wants to make it so he can just get more fights going forward. And that's going to hurt. I'm sorry, that just hurts Ugas' stock. You got to get this. Everybody going into this fight knew that Mike Dallas was overmatched. They were high on Ugas from his last couple fights. So he's really got to show everybody who's supporting him or promoting him for another title fight that he deserves it. And to not be the stereotypical Cuban fighter that, just doesn't press the gas when he needs to at the end. And Mike Dallas is really fighting.
Yeah, he is. He's even after whatever the hell that was at the end of round 5.
Yeah. Dallas is throwing combinations to the body. He's switching up his angles and attacks. And Ugas, is he refusing to cut off the ring? Like, what is happening? Like, you got to cut off the ring when this guy's just moving counterclockwise the whole fight.
Mike Dallas just gave him the head shake there, but his head's doing one thing, his legs are doing the other. I'm starting to wonder if his legs are shot now.
Right. And I was going to say, he's been on a layoff, so I know his tank is not going to last. But Ugas shouldn't rely on that. Like, he wants the fans, he wants the promoters, he wants his team to be able to say, hey, this guy deserves the best names in the division.
Ugas going to the body there, giving Dallas the business. He continuing to walk him down, Nick Diaz style. I like the combinations from Ugas. I'll give him that much. I mean, when he flicks that jab to the body and then he comes around with the right hook, and it looks pretty good. You said it before, a bit wide. I'd like it to be a little bit tighter. I agree with you. Yeah, he just wings that hook.
Yeah.
The problem is it's not having the desired effect he needs it to.
No. It makes him look a little short on power. Which I know that Ugas, like I said, his record doesn't show that he has a lot of power. He can have pop behind his punches, but again, this is not boding well for him optically.
They show the schedule going forward, and we will actually be doing some coverage that night. We'll be covering the Caleb Plant fight on March 15th that they just advertised. The week prior, on a whole other promotion, we'll be doing the Kell Brook-Mark DeLuca fight. And then February 22nd, hot potatoes, hot bananas, Wilder Fury 2.
That's going to be crazy, man. I hope I don't get too drunk.
Please be drunk and do commentary with us. I invite this sort of thing.
I'm gonna drink during the fight, so it's gonna be interesting. But man, those are events, man. Those are party events, and I really enjoy them, man. It's gonna be a fun night.
Oh yeah, McGregor, Mayweather, Pacquiao.
Yes.
Those were fun nights, despite the one guy's girlfriend going, "This was a boring fight. I don't understand why you like boxing," and then I wanting to walk into the woods to live deliberately. Anyway, back to the fight. And on the scorecards, we've got 60-54, all 6 rounds so far going to Yordenis Ugas.
I mean, I agree. I just don't like the way that he's winning the round. He's allowing Mike Dallas to get off first, which means that maybe, like you said, these punches have been wide. We've talked about that. Maybe the power is not affecting Mike Dallas like Ugas thought it would.
Well, I'll tell you, and I called it in the beginning. Mike Dallas's defense hasn't been anything to snort and sniff at. He has deflected and or straight up dodged a lot of Ugas's power shots.
Yeah, Mike Dallas is definitely a boxer. I'll just, to win, he was going to have to ugly it up, get in there, and mix it up. That's not really Mike Dallas's style.
No, he seems very uncomfortable with that. Yeah,
Mike is not. I also don't believe he's. I mean, does anybody believe that Dallas is going to win this fight? And so, but I just thought Ugas would be able to take advantage of that, and I just haven't seen that. I hate the way that he's following him around this ring.
Ugas with some rapid fire punches to the abdomen. He managed to keep him above the waist that time. Good on him. God, he loves that long uppercut.
Yeah.
Which is stupid to me. That's a thing you want when you're in close. He's throwing it from range.
So, I agree. I hate when fighters don't throw the uppercut. I don't mind if you throw the up jab or whatnot, but he's not really utilizing the pros that come with the uppercut. You know what I mean? Set it up. He's not really setting it. He's not working behind the jab much at all. He's the longer fighter, and I don't understand that.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you're gonna close the distance off your jab, great. And if you're gonna throw your uppercut once you're in the pocket, correct. He's doing it almost in reverse, where he throws the jab, he stays at range, and then throws this unwieldy long uppercut, which I think if it visually it looks fascinating. I don't know. It's not particularly effective, at least not that I can see.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure out. Ugas is playing as clearly to box and to be the better boxer. In this fight, I just think he could overpower him, and he's not really doing that. Whenever he's, like I said, I say it again, he's not cutting off the ring. When he gets in the corner, he's letting him out of the corner, and he's trying to land a big shot where he could, give him death by 1,000 punches, and he's not really doing that.
Yeah, what happened here? Oh, he quit.
Oh. Whoa. Why?
Mike Dallas said no mas for some odd reason.
What? Well, that's not going to get him any more fights.
Yeah, that's going to get a lot of promoters to lose his number.
Yeah, what? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, John War of Boxing and Brews is befuddled.
Yeah, I'm confused by this. He was he was losing, clearly, but he didn't seem hurt. There were no cuts. I honestly don't. Mark, I honestly have no words.
That's fucking comical. And I'm
disappointed by that.
I when we do these, I really try. Dallas Jr.'s corner. This from Twitter. That Dallas Jr.'s corner stops the fight.
Just because he's getting beat?
I guess.
That's not how boxing works, though.
This has been a fun weekend of boxing between my Miami Fight Night and this. Good grief.
Even more, I don't know what this does for Ugas' stock. Because I don't feel like clearly he made him quit, but guy just quit. Oh, okay, so Mark, I don't know. I don't really know, man. I'm disappointed by that. I am really disappointed by what we just saw.
So this from Twitter. Did Keith Thurman just say Ugas reminds him of Arislandi Lara?
I don't know about that. I honestly don't know. Okay, so Ugas is going to get a better name going forward, but no one's going to be afraid to fight him. He was throwing wide punches, and he wasn't cutting off the ring, and he never once, to me, seemed to, of consequence, hurt Mike Dallas Jr.
He'll get more fights, but he's going to be the B-side.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Unless they get, I hope they don't give him another showcase tune-up fight. I don't want to see that.
No. Here's what's going to happen. They're going to look at the weight class he fights in, or if he's willing to go up another weight class. So within 10 pounds, there's going to be guys needing somebody that they need a showcase against. And because now he's had his name in lights on a PBC card on Fox Sports 1, he'll be one of those guys on a short list on a fight in the future, but with the intention to have his head knocked off.
Right.
So congratulations, Ugas. You just made yourself a valuable jobber. Yeah.
Like I said, the last fight the title fight he had against Sean Porter, he did very well. I, along with many other people, thought he might have pulled that fight out. But after seeing his fight against Omar Figueroa, I'm just not sure what he does against the other type. I'm not sure what he does against Keith Thurman. I'm not sure what he does against Danny Garcia even. And so I do want to see him against a better name because I don't know what I learned tonight.
Yeah, I think you need to have a short list of popular known fighters that you can throw in there with. Look, with all the amount of television distribution for live boxing, you need name fighters. You need name fighters on your B-sides of these events. So we have a term in professional wrestling we call jobber to the stars. And and I think that's where Ugas goes next. I think he gets name fighters. I think he gets some more name fights, some more big PBC or whatever. This is where I get a little fuzzy. I don't know if he's signed exclusively to PBC or not, but I think we'll see him in another headline fight or on a pay-per-view sometime in the future. But as God is my witness, he will not be on the A side.
Yeah, and so maybe what we saw was we saw the low punches, we saw Dallas milking them. Maybe he didn't. Like I said in the beginning, it looked like he didn't really want to be in there. So maybe that's what it ended up being. His team just was like, "Hey, you're not winning. You're taking punches. Let's just end it now." But that doesn't really get you more fights going forward. And I don't know if that's their plan. You know what I mean? But it ends up being sort of a wasteful night.
No, I hope Dallas Jr. goes back to wherever he's from and starts off like a youth camp for kids, does youth boxing or something, becomes the substitute teacher. But I think he's done as a boxer. I think he's done as a boxer.
I'm good. Yeah, he hasn't done well against any top competition, and this is one of his higher weight classes. So yeah, congratulations to Ugas. You keep moving forward, and let's see what happens after this.
All right. So again, check out myself and Robert Winfrey and our alternative commentary for Andrade versus Keeler. It's classic Mark and Robert stuff as we both just ask, what? Through an hour-long fight. Myself and a higher class of podcast, myself and Pat Mullen did the next chapter in the trip through heavyweight boxing. This time we talked about Rocky Marciano with a quick stop at Ezzard Charles and Jersey Joe Walcott. Myself and John War will be with you next Saturday afternoon. Grab yourself a sandwich and some lemonade because we're going to watch Kell Brook versus Mark DeLuca. We may bring you a second fight. We may not. Life is a mystery. and what's life without whimsy and mystery? Then on February 15th, we've got Caleb Plant versus Vincent Feigenbutz. Feigenbutz. I wish I had more children just so I can name them things like that. Feigenbutz Radulich, come here. So we'll bring you that one. The week after that, Friday night, February 21st, myself, John War, and Pat Mullen will do a preview of Wilder Fury 2, and I will step between John War and Pat Mullen as one says, Wilder, fantastic. Wilder, he stinks. And they'll be me going, Mom and Dad, please stop fighting. And then Saturday night, of course, is the Wilder Fury pay-per-view. We'll bring you that. And that, I believe, is all the boxing we're doing here in the month of February. Because, I don't know, I think me and you decided the ShowBox cards are fine and they're fun to watch, but not really worth doing commentary for.
Yeah. Until we get a good name or a better matchup. Yeah, ShowBox is, it's great. But it's, you guys got it.
Sure. we have faith in you. And then, just for giggles, I'll let you all know that February 29th, we'll be taking the night off so that I can watch AEW Revolution, and then I'll be guesting on Larry Zonka's 401 on Wrestling podcast to talk about that. And then it'll be March, and we'll have more boxing for you. John War, tell them where you be and how to find you.
Hey guys, thanks for listening and tuning in again. You can find me at Boxing and Brews on Twitter, hoopsandbrews.com/boxing, and my personal social media is at InsecurityGuy.
All right, we thank you for joining us for the Radulich Broadcasting Network alternative commentary for Ugas versus Dallas Jr. For John War of Boxing and Brews, I'm Mark Radulich. Be well, be safe, and behave.